Want to be able to cook turkey like this? Keep watching this video.
Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Smokin with Scotty, brought to you by Burly Meats. And we're super excited today. Of course, Thanksgiving Day is just around the corner, and nothing more ominous than the big turkey, right? So we're going to try to do a little bit of simplification. We're going to spatchcock or butterfly this turkey. What that's going to do, two things for us, is going to help us cook the turkey at a more even rate. The breast and the thighs are going to get done about the same time, and also eliminates the cavity in the bird, so you get a little bit quicker cooking time. Now, this is a great opportunity. Say you don't have a whole lot of time to mess with your turkey. This is a perfect option. Help you make a really, really tasty turkey and not take up a whole lot of time. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to get to the spatchcocking. I've had my turkey. It's thawed out, ready to go. And what we're going to do, we're just going to come right up the backbone, and we're going to do this easy with some kitchen shears, and just kind of get in here, take your time with it, and make sure you just go right up that backbone. It ain't working. Well, as you can see, I got a different pair of shears here. The other ones just weren't quite making the grade. And like I said, you know, you just got to kind of get a good pair of kitchen shears and just kind of take your time with this. So we're working the other side now. And get this bird all spatchcocked out. Let's try going back this way again. And there we go. Just a little bit of work involved, but we did get it. Looks nice and clean. We got another cut. We're going to save that. We can go ahead and use that for some stock. And the next cut is going to be right down here. What we got to do is get this bone broke, this wishbone, and get cut through that. And there we go. I'll lay this bird out, and we're going to get some seasoning on it. So there we go. First thing that we got to do, we got to get rid of all of this juice. So I'm going to go over here with the paper towels. And we want to make sure this thing is bone dry. Just pat all the meat. And we got a little reservoir of stuff that's going right here. I'm going to cut this skin off anyway. We'll just let that drain. I've got this on a rack so that all that juice can go off, and we'll want to trim that skin off. We'll try to get that on the other side there. I'm just going to go down in there with this paper towel. We want to get all of that moisture off. All right. Now we're going to go on with our seasoning, and I'm going to do a Cajun kind of seasoning today. We're going to be using the Meat Church Holy Voodoo. And I tried this out on some chicken the other day, and it was pretty awesome. By the way, this is about a 12-pound bird. And so we'll go ahead and, oh, about to mess up. First thing we need to do, a little bit of cooking spray. This will help things crisp up, and it'll also help our rub stick to the bird. Make sure we get all that skin, wings, little legs right there. I'm making a mess on my stove, but that's okay. And then this is going to help our skin get a little color too. And make sure we get the legs there. This stuff smells so good. All right, now we're ready to flip our bird. Again, we're going to go in with the paper towels and pat this bad boy dry. Make sure we get in here, get all the moisture out of there. And then, now I'm going to go in, we're going to use an injection. All I'm going to be using here, just a little warm butter. So we're going to go right into the breast. You can see that thing swell up.
this all the way down with our butter. I'm gonna go into the wing with this. Look at that wing. You can see all that butter going in there. And then we're gonna get the thighs and the legs. A little blowback there, that's all right. Make sure we get some of that moisture right inside that turkey. And there we go. We're injected. We're just going to pat dry again. You can see some of that butter starting to kind of set up on that colder turkey. That's all right. And then we're going to do the same thing on the back side here. I'm going to go ahead and spray up with some cooking spray. Make sure we get everything covered. And then back on with our rub. Now I like to inject first before I put the rub on, because the rub will get knocked off a little bit with some of that injection. You can do it either way. Just be sure to touch your bird up with your rub before you put it on the smoker. A little bit inside that wing there. Make sure we got all of it covered. And then today, we are going to be cooking at 300 degrees so that we can make sure we get a really nice crisp on our skin. So I got my pit heating up. We'll see you here in just a few. All right, here we are. We're back out at the smoker, the Green Mountain Grill that we've got from Nature Nursery and Market. Picked up some pellets. Got the gold blend. It's got a little bit of hickory in it. Got some oak and some maple. So that's what we're going to be smoking with today here on our Green Mountain. So let's get to it. We're going to open the pit up. We're at 300 degrees. I like to use this little cooking rack because it makes transferring the turkey on and off the pit really super easy. So we're just going to do that. Make sure it's right in the center. We're going to put it there, and then really quickly, I can get these gloves off. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to give it another quick little spray with the cooking spray. This is going to help make that skin nice and crispy. That's what we're after. All right, so we're going to come back in an hour. We'll check this out. We'll get a temp probe in it, and then we're going to start basting. All right, here we are. It's been about an hour. We're ready to baste our turkey and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's starting to get a nice color. So what we got is some bay leaves, garlic, oregano, and thyme. Just been simmering that on the stove top. We're just going to drizzle that on. Not really going to brush it. We're just going to kind of give it a nice good drizzle. Make sure we get the bird totally coated. And that's going to still help with that skin crisping up. A little fat on there. Then when we get done with our drizzle, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our temp probe in and start watching the temp of the bird. See how we're doing. Just kind of drizzle that all over. Make sure we get all that good butter flavor on it. Because butter makes everything better, right? That's kind of the theory around our place anyway. And you can see it's really nice looking. And then we're going to start basting this here about every half hour. So we'll check in on it. All right, so that's that. We're going to get our temp probe. We're going into the thickest part of the breast. Not on any bone. And we'll be back in about another half hour. All right, so one thing to remember here about cooking turkeys, every size turkey is going to cook a little bit different. We're about an hour and 40 minutes-ish into this cook, and our turkey has reached 165 degrees internal temperature right there in the thickest part of the breast. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull it off, we're going to let it set for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to get it carved up. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. Go ahead and pull it out. That's nice and firm. We're going to go ahead and get this off the smoker. If I can get under it. There we go. That is our spatchcocked turkey. All right. We'll see you in about 20 minutes. Okay, so let's just kind of give it a recap really quick of what we've done. We took the turkey out. We got it washed off. We put it down, patted it dry. We cut the back out, spatchcocked it, which butterfly, put that down. Got some cooking spray on that, put some rub on, flipped it over, did the exact same thing to the other side. We're cooking at 300 degrees. We let it go for about an hour. After that, we basted and put a temperature probe in. It only took about another half hour after that, and we were at 165 degrees in the breast. The rub that we used is the Meat Church Holy Voodoo that you can pick up at Burly Meats. I highly recommend it. It's a really good spice. I've done it on chicken, and now we've got it on turkey, so we're going to see how it tastes there. And then, of course, what we basted with was a butter mixture. We had butter, bay leaves, had thyme, and some oregano in there, and some garlic. And then we got that, and that's what we basted on. So here we are. We've been resting here for about 20 minutes now. And this is our bird, and it's time to cut it up and see what we're dealing with here. So I'm gonna go ahead and first I'm gonna take this thigh right off. That's gonna come. There's one thigh right there. Let's get this around where I can work with it a little bit better. And then we got the other thigh here. There's our two thigh quarters. Go ahead and get in here. Work around that joint in the wing. And we'll get that cut off. And what we're trying to get to really quickly is that breast meat. And I'm not exactly the most expert turkey carver, so you have to forgive my wariness here there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to find that keel bone. Just going to go straight down that keel bone. And we're going to get that breast off. Because that's where the good stuff is. You can see the juice, it just keeps oozing out. There we go. There's our turkey breast. We did inject with butter. I forgot to mention that. Man, that thing is still piping hot. All right. And we're just going to go ahead and get this chopped up a little bit. And then we're going to taste this thing. All right. Now, this was a small bird, so it only took about an hour and a half. And, yeah, if you're in Thanksgiving and need to cook turkey quick, this is a perfect way to do it. We didn't do a brine. We did inject with the butter. So here we go. We're going to find out how this turkey tastes. There's no beating a smoked turkey. Getting some of that spice from the Meat Church rub. I can taste the butter throughout. It's got that good smoke flavor from our Green Mountain Grill that we got from Nature Nursery. So highly recommend you try out a spatchcocked turkey. It's quick, it's easy, delicious, and I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you on the next Smokin' with Scotty.